Hey guys, many people don't know, but actually settings is the first thing that can help you improve your gameplay, performance, and to climb easier. That's why I'm here with you, full-time coach Mojo, to show you how I set up my settings with my students to make them better. Enjoy the video and let's guide you through this process. Alright, let's press escape now. And in the hotkeys, most of the people, or at least new players, they have something that is called normal cast. Normal cast is basically that we see the range of every spell and we need to confirm it when we want to press it. Why I'm not a fan of it is because it takes more time for you to think, more time to question where is the good position. So the long-term goal for most of the students is to start working on quick casts after they practice the champion a bit. Why? Because quick casts make you more confident, they make you react faster, and they improve your muscle memory. So let's say if I'm Tristana and I want to jump now, I need to know exactly the range of that, right? And as well, if I do full combo, which is W, EQ, I can press it quite smooth, right? Compared to if we don't have the quick casts, now I have to do way slower. Especially when you play champions that requires a ton of the spells within 1 second to one-shoot someone, to the mages, stuff like that, right? So my biggest recommendation, long-term goal, is to get to the quick cast all without confirmation. If you wonder about how to position your items, I personally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which normally for the people trinket is at number 4. I use the mouse button, just literally on the side I have mouse button for my trinket, which lets me use my items during the game way easier. So I prefer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and mouse button trinket. Let's scroll a little bit down, and now when we have a normal cast, I would like you to press Shift Q, Shift W, Shift D, Shift R. And now, so not only you have your smart cast on, but at the same time, if you hold your Shift and the spell, which is Shift W, you can see the range. Shift E, you can see the range. So now you can work on your muscle memory with reminding yourself of the range, while at the same time, if you press normally, you can use them automatically. Let's scroll a little bit down, and here we have a self-cast. Insanely important, you need to know how to use your self-casts. Let's say if I'm Lulu and I have my shield, if I press Alt-E, I'm gonna use that shield on myself. You're not gonna use your shield on yourself with the mouse, okay? Many people use it with the mouse on themselves and they confirm. We want you to get really smooth on the most enchanters, champions that have shields like Orianna, to just use the Alt plus key to put the shield on yourself. Another really important thing is that you need to make sure you will add your spells with the hotkeys, which is normally Ctrl Q, Ctrl W, ER. Why? Well, many case scenario during the game is that sometimes you'll get your level 2, level 3 or level 6 in a clutch moment. And that clutch moment and how quick you will add the spell will let you kill the opponent or win a trade. When my students during the game do something like this while they last hit and they do this, boom, they really need to focus on what's below, not what's in front of them. That's why I would like you to be really smooth and do Ctrl E, boom, without even seeing the HUD, just focusing constantly on the game, okay? Practice that, you can do that practice with muscle memory here. Give yourself a lot of levels up and then just make it comfortable to add the spells with your hotkey. Target champions only. Preferably would be good if you would have it on the mouse or really comfortable key for you, because that will let you ignore the minions and only focus on the opponents, which I'm gonna show to you. Most common case scenario, we wanna dive someone but we hit the turret without actually ending up the guy because we misclick. That's why we need to choose 3 target champions only as a toggle. That's first of all. Second of all, as I said, make sure you have a comfortable key. For me, it's a Z. So now, when I jump, I press Z, and I can only hit the opponents. Now, let's say you finish the dive, you press Z again, and now you can target the turrets and the minions again. Let's go right now to the items. And when we have the items, normal cast. Let's do the same thing. So trinket, you just don't do anything here. Now, shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, shift 4, 5, 6. And okay. So normally you have a smart cast, which is quick cast currently. That's how we say. Instantly pressed, right? With 2 and stuff, 1. Alright. But now if you hold shift and second, you can see the range easily, right? Shift 1, you can target Michael easy. But there is one more thing, which is as well that you need to be comfortable with self-casting the items on yourself, which is pretty rare, but worth to know. That's basically called self-cast. Self-casts work same way. You just hold Alt and the number of the item, which is Michael is number 1. So let's say you are about to get CC, boom. Before we continue, I just wanted to let you know that there is option to call with me on how to get you to Diamond/Masters. So consider that call below the comments and we can discuss the plan for you of the coaching. Thank you guys. Now I'm gonna show you something that used to be the most broken thing back in the season 3 and many people didn't know how to do it. Kiting. So, standard option is on the A key, this one. So you just see range and you do like this. You need to confirm your auto attack and click on the ground. But there is better option to do it to optimize your kiting in the teamfights. You need to be able to do both well or only mouse, but this is really useful in a chase situations when there is one target chasing you. So I have player attack move click A, which is basically something looking like, yeah, so this way you don't have to click like this all the time to kite, but you can just only click on the grind, right? On the ground. Of course, it can look way faster and faster, but you get what I mean, yeah? While with the X, you need to do right click on the ground, confirm, right click on the grind, confirm, confirm, right click, confirm. So I would like you to just have this option just in case, but sometimes having the range option, which is my X, is good too. If you wanna see how is your range on that certain lane, if you can threaten the opponent more, right? This one is pretty hard to explain. S key. S key, when you click and you press S, it cancels your character command. Which, let's say you go into the brush and you're afraid that you will auto attack. Because let's say you have auto attack turn off. You just press S. You have guaranteed that your champion is not gonna do any kind of thing to fail the cheesing, to misclick something. That's the only purpose of this. Or to like pretend the clicks like this, but you can do it with the mouse, yeah, like this. Okay, that's gonna be my favorite part. It's about how to ping. I'm gonna tell you exactly how to ping well in League of Legends and what you need. Enemy vision ping I have on G, you can have on H. So basically, the person walks to the brush, you don't see him for 5 seconds, then he goes back, he warded. Let your jungler know so he doesn't waste time on you unnecessarily. The other things, we hold control, left click. With this one, you make your teammates scared when they are about to force and you know something is about to happen, or when they overforce the mid lane, or when you just refuse to force a play. So you just say no. You need to be assertive in League of Legends. Control, left click. Now, hold the control, hold the left click, and you have the wheel. On my way ping, we wanna signalize when we went, for example, I'm crashing the wave, then I'm joining you on a herald, connected together. I'm crashing the wave, then I'm ready for a dive. Asking assistance, let's say you just killed the person and you need to help your jungler push with you. Can be asking assistance, can be the push one. To me, the below is way faster. Or let's say you want to dive a person, you do asking assistance behind and asking assistance on your jungler. The left one is the missing one. I usually do it like few times, then I ping danger ping with a control, or left click on the river so my team knows, or I just connect it on their face. Okay, the other one is the danger one, is the same usage as a yellow one, but more scared. So you can combine the yellow and the danger one together to communicate better with your teammates. Of course, you can bind certain of these pings on a mouse button, on a H or G, can connect them. At least try to use 3 of them consistently, which is yellow one, on my way, and asking assistance. At least these three. Okay? The full in-depth video about how to shoot call properly and communicate better with your teammates soon on the channel. Same with a camera control video. Thank you. One thing that really shocks me is many people play with the runes showing on, even some pros, but I'm not a fan of it. You know why? You should always play with champion info open. It's because, let's say if you chase someone and you left click on them, you can compare their movement speed with your own movement speed, and you will know if you can reach out to them or if it's pointless. Yeah, so there is a lot of comparison that you can do. Even simply comparing AD, which is not really relevant, but movement speed is the biggest argument, I would really use this on. And you can always press C, yeah? And you can see your runes in depth, but you shouldn't see them always. Okay, so the most boring part is after us. Now let's have some fun. Videos, I use the full HD resolution, that's my screen, simply. Borderless, because I'm streaming, full screen gives you better, more FPS, yeah? Full screen gives you more FPS. If we want to really optimize everything to focus on the game, you do environment very low, shadow quality off, and everything else, which is FX quality and character quality, very high. So now, I know it feels really weird at first, but it really becomes like an empty paper with what's most important, which is the health bars and the opponents, and that's how I played most of my years this game. Until I changed for better YouTube videos quality, yeah? Okay, now, cap your FPS to the same as your screen refresh rate. To me, it's 240. Anti-aliasing vertical sense on. It will make your camera move smoother. It's not gonna be shaky or like cutting the lines if you do so, right? So, because if you have it off or you have more FPS than your refresh rate, it's gonna be less smooth. In Counter-Strike, it would make sense. In this game, it doesn't. Okay, X-Blade Mojo, how is your League of Legends so bright? Well, I prefer to have my League of Legends more bright because it keeps me more awake. Color level 100, color gamma 70, rest 50-50. Some students play like completely dark League of Legends. It's up to your preference. I prefer to have a game more bright. It makes me more happy, more positive, and it doesn't make me sleepy. Okay, we go to the sound now, and this one is gonna mind blow you. Announcer volume. Ali has been slain. Triple kill, or stuff like that. You hearing constantly in your mind that your team is inting doesn't really help you mentally, right? So what you do is you go to the sound setting, announcer volume on 2. You don't need to hear it, okay? You need to focus on what's most important. How am I supposed to win the game? Not hearing your team constantly in the game. And this is the rest of my settings that you can see. I have music off, master volume 25. The most important to me is the sound FX, which is basically the sound of the auto attacks being sharp, hearing the animations properly. That's the most important. Make sure that you hear the pings, but don't make them sound too quiet. Some people say you shouldn't hear the pings. In my opinion, you should. If you don't let your teammates mind control you on what to do. If they mind control you, turn off the pings completely. But sound FX, make sure it's sharp sound for anything you do. That's the best setting there. Rest you don't need. Okay, let's optimize a bit of space on your screen. We go to the interface, HUD scale, make it as small as possible. HUD scale, most people have like this, but it steals the space away from you. So just keep it like 11, choose something accordingly to your screen resolution. Cursor scale, make sure it's to the point that you can clearly always see it. If you miss it sometimes in the game, just make it bigger. Chat scale, I have it like this. Minimap, I wouldn't say shouldn't be 50, should be a little bit higher than that. Find a balance between big map and smaller map. So it's slightly bigger than normal. Depending on your screen resolution, of course. Your eyes are automatically catching up the text, which we don't need, right? So show names above the health bar, none. Unless you're learning League of Legends, then champion names for a bit. But long term, none. You don't need anything to see. You need to know how much health your opponent have. That's the only thing. Away from it. Now, Legacy cursor, it's up to you. It looks like this. I'm on the new one. I'm used to the new one. Now, I have a show spell costs. This thing some people don't have, but you need to exactly know how much your combo will cost and to manage your mana better. So all of this like this, show spell recommendations turn off, minutes plus seconds abilities, I have that here. Show some other names on the scoreboard off completely. Make sure you as well have a timers, show timestamps on the chat. Mute enemy emotes. You don't want to be annoyed by some kind of kit fuzzy going on you. And the rest here, away from the mana, make sure you see the experience, because then you know if you're in the experience range on the lane. Really, really important. In the game settings, that's my mouse speed. My DPI is 1.6 Razer mouse. Camera lock mode. Oi, oi, oi. I use per side offset for years because I never know something like fixed offset exists, which basically centers your character literally, so you see equally each side. That's how you can play the most, but I'm more used to the per side offset. And remember, I'm as well unlocking my camera during the game a ton. There is as well one more option, semi-locked. That's for the people that already gave up on working on unlocking camera. Semi-locked is basically you're locked, but if you move your mouse, it will constantly adjust your camera whenever you use the left or right, yeah? So that's the alternative for people that really can't work on the camera anymore, or they get dizzy or any kind of thing reason, yeah? Here I have a auto attack I have turned off. The rest you can see, but display recommend jungle path off. They made so many new stuff, you know, but the rest you can have like me, most of it. Three target champions only as a toggle. You should use it in my opinion, yeah? Use movement prediction off. And that's it, guys. Thank you for staying till the end of the video with me. If you like it, subscribe, give a comment, share, help me grow my channel. And if you want to get diamond or to masters, book your free introduction call below the stream and let's discuss how we can do it with my coaching. As well, if you want to support me, Patreon link is in description. Good luck in the next season, guys. Enjoy.
I want to take a second to recommend working with Expert Mojo, who has been a terrific coach.
I've worked with a lot of coaches over the years. XSplit is far and away one of the best.
Thanks for teaching me so much, Roy.